There was one project that came in that I was surprised that we got, and it came through a big property management company that normally have companies like us on their call list. And it just so happens that that manager of that company was from Montreal. The store was in Ottawa here, and she just happened to go and find us online. And she called me, we were there within an hour, we took care of the whole project for them in a day and a half. They were happy, but it did. And I was grateful for that. We started out like a little family. All of the owners of the other franchises, Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, all of that, we all get along. We've all met each other. We all help each other. If somebody out in Manitoba needs help, we all go. We all put a team together, we all load up, and we all go. Wildfires, anything like that, we will go and help them all. And that's the name of the game. Like, you have to help each other. So that's what we do. Everybody knows everybody. We have our Canadian meeting where all of the owners get in and we all share ideas. Like, we'll share your idea with them to help them, and which we've already done. So.
Can you tell us more about who you are, the business you're running?
So my name's Owen Bracken. I'm part owner of 911 Restoration of Ottawa. It's a water, fire, damage restoration company. Basically, I've been doing this business since 2001. Started out like everybody else, cleaning up messes, and now here we are.
Where was that?
In Ottawa.
In Ottawa?
In Ottawa, yeah. I've always been in Ottawa. Never left Ottawa. Ottawa's my hometown, and it's been great.
Were you operating under 911 since 2001?
No, I've been with probably 3 or 4 other companies since 2001. 911 Restoration, we opened at the start of this year. It's been a process since probably July of 2024, getting it going, but we finally opened up in January.
And what other experiences do you have in the home improvement / construction field?
Basically, everything in construction as far as renovations go. Drywall, mudding, trim, painting, windows, doors, roofing, you name it. If your home needs it fixed, I could fix it for you.
So can you walk us through what your business looked like before we started working together? Like the business, the size of the team, how did the whole business operate?
When we first started this process out, we were coming in blind. So basically, nobody knew us. We were a new company to Ottawa. It looked good. The colors looked great. The whole business point of it that they sold us on was great. Bringing it into Ottawa was a risk because it's new to Canada. We're developing it in Canada. We had nobody to turn to. We were going off of mostly just word of mouth, lots of phone calls, lots of knocking on doors, and then it was okay, but it wasn't good enough.
So what challenges were you facing that made you realize that, okay, like the old methods are not as effective as they were?
Basically, what we were looking at was we were reaching out to all of the adjusters that we know, managers that we know. We weren't reaching out to the actual public, to the community, showing them that we were out there. So it was hard to get out to the community. And nowadays, everybody Googles it. Like, it's all about online presence, making people in Ottawa know us, making people in Edmonton know us, making people in Vancouver know us, making people out in the East Coast know us. And online presence is what we wanted to do.
So was it that you guys heard that the online presence was important, or you guys just noticed a decline in like the old methods?
A decline in the old methods, Yes, that was a major thing. Basically, when I first started in this business, it was who you knew, where you went out and saw them at restaurants or at sporting events or at golf tournaments, and that's how you got to know people. And it's just not like that anymore.
How did you come across NAR Consulting, and what stood out to you at the time?
How I came across it personally was with my partner. He introduced me to you guys and said that this could be something special. It could work for us in the long run. And I was game for anything. And he brought it in, and I met you guys, and it's been great ever since. So,
what type of concerns or hesitations did you have before starting this?
concerns and hesitation. I was scared that our phone wouldn't ring, not knowing if it was going to ring or not, not knowing if anybody knew about us out there, driving around trying to show off our colors, showing off our number, making sure people remembered us. That was mainly the concerns, is just not anybody knowing us. So.
What are the concerns that you had regarding working with us before working with us? Like, do you have previous bad experiences with marketing companies?
To be perfectly honest with you, we spoke with one marketing company before, and I didn't get the warm and fuzzies of building a relationship with them. They weren't as involved in learning who we were as professionals, who we are as our business, what our business is. I didn't like it, so I didn't want to do it.
And what was so different regarding NAR that sort of trained your mind on this?
You guys came in, you wanted to learn about us, you wanted to learn what our business was. The two of you asked great questions, how our process works from the second the phone call comes in, and that's what brought us in.
I want to speak more about some of the results you were able to accomplish. What one sort of specific result you saw that made you feel things?
What I saw, and it's funny because I looked at our reviews. I asked people, our clients, how they found us. It was just talking to clients, like, how was your experience? Like, did you find us fast enough? When you got onto our site, did it explain what we do? And went from there. I was very happy talking to clients. They were very happy talking to me about it, and then it just worked.
Is there any project that came through us that sort of stood out to you? It's like something that you didn't expect that would come from just marketing campaign? Or?
There was one project that came in that I was surprised that we got, and it came through a big property management company that normally have companies like us on their call list. And it just so happens that that manager of that company was from Montreal. The store was in Ottawa here, and she just happened to go and find us online. And she called me, we were there within an hour, we took care of the whole project for them in a day and a half. They were happy, but it did. And I was grateful for that.
I guess we went through this question, but maybe we could cover it from a different angle. A lot of business owners wonder if a marketing partner would actually get their business. What was the process? Like, a lot of marketing agencies or consulting firms, what would they do is they have a package. They try to sell you on this package, and it might work, it might be effective, it might be useless. They just slap a bunch of stuff together that work maybe for like a design and build firm or
Right.
a fencing company, and they throw it maybe at a restoration company or a plumbing company. How do you think NAR approached this in a different way? Like, did they approach it in a different way? And how did you do that?
Right. So that's exactly what I said earlier, as far as we dealt with another company, and they didn't even ask me a question about what we do. They just assumed this is what we do. Where you guys had come in, learned the company. You asked me for brochures. You asked me for online presence as far as from our corporate office. You asked me on what does all of this mean, the water, fire, mold, everything. Like, you asked every question and you wanted to learn. Like, you were at the point where you were willing to even come to my jobs to take a look at them, to see what the guys do, see what our team does. So.
Is there any planning to tackle like different projects or not in the future, or? Like,
Oh, definitely.
So looking back now, what would you say to someone in your position, like maybe skeptical, maybe dealt with a couple of companies that didn't sort of fulfill their promises? Somebody in your position there, what would you tell them?
I'm old school. Don't be old school. Research what you need, speak to them, see if they do like you guys did with us, interact. We're willing to learn your business. You're willing to learn our business, to work together to come to an agreement, as you can say, because it profits both sides. So
If somebody or someone is watching this and still on the fence, like, I'm not sure if they would actually understand my business. I'm not sure if this would actually work for my business, because maybe a restoration company is different from an architect or a general contractor. What would you tell those people?
every business is the same. Everybody wants clients. Everybody wants profit. Everybody wants to stay in business. Everybody wants to help their employee. You have to do what you have to do to get the business. And if it means working with a marketing company to get the business, by all means do it, because in the long run it helps everybody.
How's the approach NAR takes in terms of meeting in person, not just relying on virtual meetings? What was it? Did it make any difference from your side?
Oh yeah, big time. I'm a personal person. I like to meet people. I like to shake hands. I don't want to make deals with people over a TV screen. I'm not like that. I never will be. I want to stand in front of you, see you eye to eye, shake your hand, and then you know you're working.
So, Owen, when we spoke back in December regarding your opinion on marketing, since you've been in the industry for such a long time, I've asked you about your opinion on marketing, and you were quite negative regarding that. Could you tell us more about that story that we've had?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I was old school. I was still working with papers, and I was still writing a lot of stuff. Now that I'm probably, 6 months in now, you guys have convinced me. Like, everybody around me has convinced me that it works. To get our name out there, I could not have gotten it anywhere close to where it is now without the help.
What implications would it have on your business if you hadn't worked with us, or if we hadn't worked with you, and you guys were to just do the old school method of things?
I probably wouldn't have, I'd have to say, anywhere from 50 to 75% of my business without it. It's just plain and simple. Like, I would not have gotten to work without this marketing. I would have not gotten my name out there. I would have not gotten all of my equipment that I have. All of this, I would not have had it. I would have been working out of my garage or out of a storage pod. So I'm grateful, and it's convinced me.
Oftentimes people like to see the inputs and outputs of marketing, because you're putting a lot of money in. In terms of output, the revenue-wise, if you could just give a brief overview in terms of revenue, like how has it been progressed so far since you started in December with us?
So basically, we put together a budget for marketing, for sales, all of that stuff. And since working with you guys, we are way below budget, which is great. I couldn't be more happier than that. Whenever you're below budget, that's awesome. You guys hit my numbers the way you were supposed to hit the numbers, and I couldn't be happier.
A lot of people, when they look for a marketing company, they just can contact maybe 5-6 different companies and they go with the cheapest. It takes them a while to realize that it's cheaper to work with a professional than not to work with a professional. Do you have something to say to those people who just, because we're by no means the cheapest.
Right.
Like we charge sort of premium, so we could offer and deliver them premium. What would you tell to those people who are just looking to hire the cheapest marketing company or hire offshore team that,
Right. Don't always go with the cheap. It doesn't pay off. And you have to research. Research who you're hiring. We researched you guys. It came out great. The stories that we got were great, and it worked out. I mean, once you get to know people, that's who you know that's going to do the work for you. People that want to cheap out on stuff, you're going to get what you paid for. You're just not going to get what you want. So, yeah, don't cheap out.
Can you tell us more about who 911 of Ottawa is, or 911 Restoration of Ottawa? Let's say somebody's watching you from Vancouver or Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us more, or what you want those people to know about you and the business and the team here?
Yeah, we're not just 911 of, Restoration of Ottawa. We are 911 Restoration of Canada. So we are building a market. It's going to take some time, but we are trying to build this market to be in every city in Canada. We've started out like a little family. All of the owners of the other franchises, Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, all of that, we all get along. We've all met each other. We all help each other. If somebody out in Manitoba needs help, we all go. We all put a team together, we all load up, and we all go. Wildfires, anything like that, we will go and help them all. And that's the name of the game. Like, you have to help each other. So that's what we do. Everybody knows everybody. We have our Canadian meeting where all of the owners get in and we all share ideas. Like, we'll share your idea with them to help them, and which we've already done. So.
One last question, back to the marketing side of things. Now, a lot of business owners do not understand that if they change nothing would change. Like, if they've been relying on referrals for the past 10 years, some people get out of business, referrals slow down, different companies acquire bigger market shares, and they don't understand that if they change nothing would change.
Right.
And at the same time, they don't understand that to make money, you have to spend. You can't just make money out of thin air. What would you tell to those people who feel like, yeah, it's not necessarily that you have to spend money to make money. They could just rely on the old methods, and maybe they just need to stick with it for, longer.
Right. I'm a prime example of that. Again, I told you at the start 6 months ago, I'm old school. I was locked in my brain as far as, okay, this works, and I'm going to keep on going like that, but I'm not going to go up here. With changing your ways, open your eyes as far as what's out there for you. You need to change your ways. You need to see what's out there, see how it can help. Give it 6 months. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. But if it does work for you and you see a change, well, now you're doing a good thing.
OJ, one last question from me. How soon did you guys start receiving jobs? As soon as we started working together, did it take a very long time before you started to see a? After
you guys had gotten us out there, it was literally 3 days. I'd got my first call, and it ended up being a really, really big call. We helped out a lot of people on that one, and then it just went from there.
Are you able to tell us more about this job that you guys got after 3 days?
Yeah, it was a condo complex in downtown Ottawa. There was 6 apartments that were affected by a flood. There was 6 families that were put out of place. Within 45 minutes of getting the call, we were on site. Within an hour and a half, we had the drying process started. We filled that entire building with equipment, and everybody was put at ease because we were there. We did only get the one call, one apartment. But from that one apartment, we received the other 5 because there was 6 total that were affected. And because we were there so fast, because we got the job right away, just blossomed from there. So yeah, it worked.
If whoever is seeing this wants to contact you or 911 Restoration of Ottawa, how can they find you?
Just Google us, 911 Restoration of Ottawa, and you will find us. That worked?